the business report. The rental market has expanded across the island with the proliferation of new high-rise complexes. The question is, what is the state of rental prices and how can investors profit? Kevin Richards, CEO of Kingston Properties, sat down with Denise Williams and gave his take on the state of the residential rental market.
Welcome, Kevin Richards, CEO of Kingston Properties. Now, I know that Kingston Properties is mostly focused on commercial real estate.
Correct.
However, from the residential rental market, even though it's not your focus, but you're in the community. And do you have an outlook on rental prices for the next 3 to 5 years? Because, investors want to plan, and persons who need somewhere to rent also need to plan.
Yeah, I think the rental market, what we're seeing lately is a lot more units that are coming on the market for long-term rentals. A lot of persons may have purchased units hoping to capitalize on what was happening in the short-term rental market, but
You mean the Airbnb?
For a number of reasons, that may not be the model that is working for them. A lot of it has to do with some of the restrictions that have been imposed in some of these developments where you can't do short-term rentals. So they have to switch focus and focus more on the long-term rental strategy. So you see a lot more rental units popping up on the market, and that has been good for those who are looking to rent long-term because the rates I think have become fairly reasonable compared to where they were 3, 4, or 5 years ago. So if that trend continues, then you'll see rental rates to be somewhat reasonable in the market for some time going forward. Now, prices, like rents are determined by demand and supply. So if you have a situation where the demand starts to rise, and there's limited inventory, then the rental rates, or how much you pay for rent, is actually going to continue to rise. And it may rise at a faster pace than you'd like it to because there's a lack of supply. I've spoken before in the past about contraction of supply in building units. So once you have a contraction of supply in units in the market and the demand for rentals increases, then obviously rents are going to go up. I think the rents are going to remain moderate for the immediate term, but I expect that there's going to be another, and we've seen this historically through cycles where rents will remain flat for a period, then it has a spike, and then it plateaus, and then another spike. So it's like a ladder, or steps going up. So I would continue to watch that. I think it's going to be moderate for a while, but then expect some increases in a few years.
All right, thank you so much. And just to recap, if you're in the market as an investor, what you want to do is find properties where there's not a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Right? If you're in the market as a renter, you want to look where there's a lot of supply, which will keep prices down. Yes?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Kevin Richards, CEO of Kingston Properties.
Thank you.
Time now for the latest market updates with Denise Williams.
During trading for the period August 2, 2024, the following companies represent the top 3 most active stocks that investors bought and sold on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The following companies represent the overall volume leaders. Radio Jamaica Limited with 51,074,307 units represent 64.83% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. NCB Financial Group Limited with 18,152,749 units represent 23.04% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 2,864,993 units represent 3.64% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies on the stock market, we turn to the Forex market. On August 2, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $61 million was bought from Forex traders, while US $64 $1.9 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $157.74 and bought the US dollar for $155.99. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.75, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a profit of $6.39 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $115.18 and bought for $108.79. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $8.77, selling it for $203.57 and buying it for $194.80. For our credit report tip of the day, if you're experiencing extended unemployment, this can take a toll on your credit, but rebuilding it is entirely possible when you have a focused approach. So here are the steps to get you back on track. First, assess your financial situation. You're going to start by reviewing your credit report and understanding your credit score. Identify any inaccuracies and dispute them immediately. And then you're going to create a budget to track your income and expenses to build a realistic budget. This will help you manage your finances better and identify areas where you can cut costs. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.